What is good, you guys? We are back at it again, and today I bring you a little squat action. I promised you guys that during uh, this cycle into my peak, I am going to show you guys my workout routine throughout the next 13 weeks, just to show you what I'm doing in order to get prepared for the meet in November. So right now we're about 13 weeks out, and today I am squatting. So it's kind of different from what I've done in the past before, with a lot of volume and crazy intensity, being that I've done a bunch of different programs. The Juggernaut program by Chad Wesley Smith. I've done a Strength Peak program by Johnny Candido. I've done a Peak program with Larry Wheels. And I've had tremendous results from every single one of them. But honestly, I wanted to try something different. Something that, 12 weeks to 14 weeks out, I have something planned instead of doing like 6 or 8 week blocks. This one I can better prepare mentally, allows me time to recover. The volume isn't too crazy, it's just the intensity shoots up really quickly in order to hit a new 1 rep max. So by the time I get to the meet, I should already have numbers blown out of the water if I follow the program to a T. So, I'm feeling good about it. I've told you guys I've had a lot of injuries in the past. I'm always constantly recording myself, even when I don't put it up, because I want to see what my errors are technically, mechanically. And, I have promised you guys that, I would do visit a chiropractor, do some physical therapy to actually work on my injuries or what I'm concerned with. And I have so far. I will do a video on that separately. And I will address all my issues, what I've talked about with the doctors so far, and what I will continue to do to address my issues while I'm preparing for the meet. So right here, I'm doing 350 for sets of 10, I believe. You only do 2 sets of 10, and then you do accessory work after that. I'm using this as a tremendous building block, being that, I want to address all my weaknesses, but I want to start from the ground up. Meaning, I know in my squat, I lack a little bit of quad strength. My hips, my erectors, they take a lot of the hit, a lot of the brutality from the squats, and I'm always feeling banged up after that. And a lot of that is due to lack of consistency when it comes to recovery, stretching, foam rolling. Just because when I do foam roll, when I do stretch, I don't get that relief. I get a momentary relief for like a couple of hours, and then I start to ache all over again. My quads are jacked up. My rectus femoris is tight. It's always tight. My psoas is tight, so it pulls the front of my hips down, which gives me an anterior pelvic tilt. And I'm always constantly tight. My knee, especially my left knee, feels like it's always going to pull. Like I could feel the tendon pull on my knee, like it feels like the quad is gonna rip off the bone. Like it's crazy, but that's something that I need to work on off season in order to make my workouts better, in order to fully recover. Because when you do have an issue, it could hinder more than just that problem area that you think it is. You know, one quad can't fully contract, or you don't have the strength of that one quad can throw your entire body off, which is very important when it comes to lifting weights because it's a total body effort. So, you know, that's one of the main things that I am learning from this training block, being that you do your compound lifts and then accessories to help with strength, and even out any type of asymmetries, which is important. And so, you know, this is what I'm doing every day. It's 5 days a week: your legs, chest, shoulders, deadlifts, and an accessory day just to work on the weaknesses. And so I guess, you know, my next video will probably be deadlifts, because you guys seen me squat a bunch of times, you've seen me bench a bunch of times in the videos, but what I feel is lagging the most to me is my deadlifts, just because I have a lot of like back issues and my hips always feel tight, my back is always locked up. You know, I went probably 2-3 months without being able to do bent over rows, like heavy bent over rows, because I couldn't bend forward. Literally my back would lock up, my lumbar spine, the muscles around it would lock up to the point I can't bend forward. It hurts to even like bend to tie my shoes sometimes, or sit down, or it's painful to get up. I wouldn't say painful, I'm just tight. So it's kind of hard and hard to get up. My back is very, very stiff. My hips are stiff. It's crazy. But that is what I'm trying to work on. And I cover that when I talk to you guys about going to the chiropractor and physical therapy. Definitely, you guys, it's something I would recommend. If you can do it, you know, once every other week, if you have the money, once every week, to help you stay healthy. You know, I laugh with the chiropractor and the physical therapist when I tell them, yo, this is my issues. And they're like, well, you know, you're going to have to take some time off. But we know you're not going to do that. Exactly. I'm not going to take some time off. But I do need them to help minimize the damage, or help me recover better in order to make my workouts more efficient, which is what you want. So, I mean, you know, the workout isn't too crazy. Honestly, it takes me about 45 to 50 minutes each workout. Once you get the compound lifts out the way, it's mainly doing the accessories. But you can't do the accessories and do it lightweight and think that you're going to make progress. You actually want to really work on your accessories, being that you want to get it where you're doing enough weight where you're going to struggle to hit 10 to 12 reps. It's the accessories are more hypertrophy, but you want to struggle through it. You want to build it where you're gaining size and strength, but also enough that you're building muscle, enough weight that you're building muscle. And but don't ever sacrifice form for it. Form is always important. Being more technical and getting the correct form through all your lifts is the most important. You know, sometimes I bench and I have a rep or two left, and I can feel like my form will not be correct when it comes to getting the next 2 reps. I will rack it up instead of risking the injury. You know, it's not that important to me. I'd rather get my form down and, you know, be more technically sound than anything. But, you know, back to the program, a lot of my accessories include core workouts, which is very important. That's why you see me doing it here. I haven't worked on core directly in probably like a year and a half to 2 years since I last did prep for my 2017 meet, just because I really don't work on core. If I do core, it's throughout my lifts. I engage my core, my squats, my deadlifts, my bench, my overhead press. But core is important to keep stability in your lifts. And that's really it, you guys. You know, later on, my next video will be the deadlift. Nothing too crazy, but the numbers will shoot up. You guys stay tuned every week, and you'll see that, you know, I mean business. You know, my plan is to lose the weight, you know, to get down to the 120 kg, but right now I don't care about losing weight since I'm 13 weeks out. I'm gonna take it nice and slow, and which is important to me. I do not want to lose weight and sacrifice the strength. I'd rather lose the weight gradually and still keep the strength there. If I go in 120 plus, you guys, I'm going in 120 plus. It's not about the weight, it's about the numbers I can put on the platform and work from there. So you guys, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for, you know, staying out this long, me rambling about the workout program and stuff like that. You guys, I appreciate the support. So I'll see you guys next time. You guys kill the rest of your week and enjoy.